everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. I am starting off this video in a rush because I'm about to head off to a school to go sub today. It is 7:15 and I should have left like 5 minutes ago. I'm subbing in a kindergarten class today, and it's a class that I actually subbed in yesterday and loved. They're like the sweetest kids ever. So it's also a school that I really love. So I'm really excited to go back there today. Just doing a quick little OOTD. I showed this jacket in my last vlog or my last video. I think it was in my morning routine if you guys want to go watch that. But I've been loving just like layering pieces lately. So I just put like a comfy big like crew neck on with this jacket, comfy just leggings and boots, and then just like slicked my hair back because I just didn't have time to deal with it today. It is like 19 degrees outside, so I'm going to be putting on a big parka because I have recess duty today as well. Of course, I started subbing in the middle of winter, which is like the worst time because they always give subs recess duty. The teachers are like, going out, and so I am gonna have to be out there in like 20-degree weather today. Anyway, enough babbling, let's get on with our day. Just got out of the classroom. It was a really fun day today. It was a long day. I tell you, after subbing for half days, like either 12 to 3 or going in from 7 to 12, it's such a luxury that whenever you have to work a full day, they feel so long being there for 8 hours, and I am just always like exhausted after them. But the day was really good. I actually just posted on my Instagram story about how sweet this class was, and I said I have always said that I would never teach kindergarten. Honestly, I never wanted to go lower than second just because the littles, they're a lot, and you know if you're a teacher. But I said if every class was as sweet as this one, I would teach kindergarten. Like, this class today was just so sweet. I love them so much. It's just been so much fun getting to experience all these different grade levels, because even when I was student teaching, I feel like any experience I had was super brief, and I definitely stayed in the mid to upper elementary. So now getting able to spend like full long days in each and every grade level, from like littles up to middle school, it's just been so much fun. And if you're new around here, I have been subbing all over the place, just getting my foot in the door and just kind of just wanting to experience experience all the schools in my area since I just moved back to St. Louis, and go watch my past videos. If you're at all confused, I've kind of like explained why I'm doing this, and I'll have some videos linked right here. But one thing I will say, as a sub, I have learned to always have something in my back pocket, something to do whenever there's free time, whenever we have some extra time at the end of the day, whenever kids get done with their work early, or even just something supplemental if I feel like they need something more to do. And that's why I wanted to tell you guys about 99 Math today, which is a free online learning resource for kids, and it has been a game changer for me in the classroom, especially since I am with so many different grade levels. This particular resource can be so flexible among different grade levels. Okay, sorry, my arm is getting tired holding the camera, but yeah, it's so great. Like I said, you can choose the grade level that you have, that you teach, that you sub for, that you homeschool, whatever it may be, and it will pull up the skills that you're working on that year. You can play live in class, which is so much fun, and it has music playing in the background, which always gets everyone hyped, and they just have so much fun. It's very engaging. What I love about 99 Math is that each student is getting different questions, and so they're all going at their own pace. They're not all getting the exact same question to where they can look over at the person next to them and see what they answered. It's very individualized to each student. One of my favorite parts is that you get to see a full report whenever they're done playing, and you can see the mistakes that they made so that you can go over them in class later. So whether you're a full-time teacher, whether you're homeschooling, it's so cool that at the end of a year of teaching, you can go back and see all the progress they've made. And it also shows you what problems they got wrong, so that way you can go over it with them later, whether that's whole group or small group, or if you're homeschooling, you can always see what they need to improve on. I think it is just such a cool resource. So if you guys are interested in checking it out, I will have 99 Math linked down below, and definitely put it in your plans for the second half of the school year. I know a lot of you guys are going on winter break, but whenever you come back and you need to refresh on all of those math skills, this is a great way to do that. So you can click that link down in the description box below. So comment down below if you're a kindergarten teacher and let me know how you guys like it. I have a friend of mine who kindergarten is the only grade that she will ever teach. She's just like a kinder at heart, and I feel like that's kind of how it is. If you love kindergarten, that is just your jam. You'll never do anything else. So comment down below if you're a kindergarten teacher, because I just had the best day with the kinders today. You guys, it has been about a week and a half since I last vlogged for this specific vlog that you're watching, and I just kind of wanted to come in, instead of just like ending the video abruptly or just like trashing the footage that I already had from last week or a couple weeks ago. I wanted to come on here and just kind of like have a sit down chat with you guys just about how things have been going. I think the last time I vlogged was a day after teaching and I was in really good spirits, but I haven't vlogged and I haven't posted on YouTube in a little bit. I know it hasn't been that long, but for me, I usually don't take mini breaks, so for me it's felt like really long since I've come on here. And the reason that I kind of ended off the vlog abruptly and haven't picked it up since is just because I have been dealing with some things and my mental health hasn't been the greatest, and I just wanted to come on here and just be transparent about that, because that's real life and I didn't want to come on and just like fake it for the sake of the vlog. I feel like sometimes it can be easy just to come on camera and just kind of like fake it, but I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to be my full self on here. If I'm honest, I have not been doing great. My anxiety has come back kind of full force more than ever this year, and I just wanted to talk to you guys about it because I know a lot of you guys messaged me saying that you deal with anxiety and depression and mental health problems, and I have touched on it a lot on my channel and over on my Instagram, but I just kind of wanted to bring it to light a little bit more. And since I'm kind of in the midst of a really hard chapter right now, I just wanted to come on and document it instead of wait for it to pass and then talk about it. I wanted to talk about it as I'm going through it because I know a lot of you guys can relate, and I think the biggest thing that has helped me in the last month or so is knowing that I'm not alone. There's so many people around me that are also struggling, and we kind of like all have each other's back, and that's what I've really felt from you guys and my friends and my family. And so I just want to be that person for you if you are also struggling with anxiety or self-doubt or overthinking, stress, depression and you're just struggling to kind of make it day by day, I just want you to know that you're not alone and it does get better. There's always light at the end of the tunnel, so just don't give up and just keep going, and things always get better. If you're kind of like, what are you talking about, Madison? This is so random in the middle of your video. I have talked about it before, like I said, but I've struggled with anxiety for many years now, and I've been medicated for many years, and I finally got off medicine, and it's kind of all come back to me, and that's why I wanted to bring this topic to light, because I think it's something so many people struggle with that just don't really talk about it because it's a taboo topic or it's embarrassing to talk about, which I don't know why. I also have felt that almost embarrassment to talk about my mental health and embarrassed to confess that I'm feeling anxious or I'm feeling depressed and I'm not feeling myself, I'm not feeling my best. It's okay to not be okay, and I think that's kind of my whole message for this, is just to let you guys know it's okay if you're not okay, if you're going through a tough season. I am going through a tough season right now as well, and I'm with you on this. Not every season of life is perfect, but it is just a season and they do pass, and that's something that has kind of helped me get through this chapter. I struggle with anxiety started back when I was 20 years old. I never struggled with anxiety or depression my whole life, really, and all happened whenever I was 20 years old and I moved away to college. And I think for me the catalyst was change. I've noticed change or fear of the unknown has been a catalyst for my own personal anxiety. I know everyone kind of has their own triggers. Sometimes just your anxiety itself can be a trigger, just being anxious about being anxious, which I've also experienced. But that's kind of what started it all those years ago. And me in particular, I've struggled with panic attacks, and I was diagnosed with panic disorder whenever I was 20 years old, and I was medicated for that. Now, this video isn't to say to get medicated or to not be medicated. I have been on both sides of it. With the route of medication, I also went the route of weaning off of all of my medication, and is a completely personal decision for you and your own mental health and what's right for your life. But in the last 5-6 years, I have learned so much about myself and about mental health and what it means to take care of yourself, put yourself first, and I know that that can be really hard sometimes. Anxiety has been something that I've personally really struggled with, and it's something I know that I will always struggle with. Not necessarily that it'll always be an uphill battle, but it is something that I will always have to face and overcome. And some seasons of life have brought me more anxiety than others, and for some reason this season of life that I've been in right now has just been really hard for me, and I've been trying to dig deep and kind of figure out why I'm more anxious than I have been in the past few years, and I have came to a lot of conclusions about why that is, and this is not going to be a therapy session for me to sit down and tell you guys all the reasons why I think that my anxiety has been worse in the past couple months, but it has taken a lot of reflection and just digging down deep to understand myself and the way I'm wired and the way I think and what works for me, what doesn't work for me. I think this year has been a year full of change and growth and kind of stepping into the unknown, which looking back was kind of that original catalyst for me when it came to my anxiety. And so I've just been having to face it all over again in a much tougher environment this year. I never want to come on here and act like my life is perfect, because I think I get those comments a lot, like, your life is so perfect, you seem so perfect, I wish I had your life, and it makes me really sad, because we should all be celebrating ourselves and our own unique lives and never compare yourself to anybody, because everybody is going through something at the end of the day. And that has been the biggest lesson learned, I feel like, is I have so much more empathy for other people, because so many people are going through struggles that they just don't show on the outside. And I'm not posting this for pity, I really am just posting this because I vlog every single season of my life on this channel, the good, the bad, the ups and the downs, especially this past year, and this has been a huge season of growth for me personally. So I thought, instead of ignoring it and waiting for it to pass, I'll just kind of confront it and vlog it and hopefully look back on it one day and see how far I've come from today. Being on camera can be really hard when you're struggling with your own internal battles, so I have just been kind of taking a step back, spending a little bit more time off my phone, off social media, away from the camera, just by myself, with friends, family, getting outside, just kind of remembering what life is really all about. And I encourage, and I hope you guys do that as well, because at the end of the day, this screen that you're looking at, the screen on your phone, it's just a small portion of what is really really real out there. So I encourage you to kind of step away and go experience life, and that's what's been eye-opening for me and what's been helping me out the most in this season. If you guys have any questions for me personally or about something you're going through, I would love to chat with you guys about this. I'm an open book. Comment down below, send me a DM on Instagram anytime. I would love to talk to you guys more about it. I didn't want this to be a whole video just about me and myself and my problems and just like word vomiting a whole therapy session. I just wanted to come on and just let you guys know I am going through it right now, but it's all okay, and I see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's just a tough season, not a tough life, and I just also wanted to bring a little bit of light and encouragement to you if you're watching this and you're also going through that tough season. Be kind to a stranger today, hug a friend, call your mom, call your dad, and just remember what's important in life. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break, nothing crazy, just for the holidays over the next couple of weeks, just stepping back from the online presence that I have to be more present in my real life. But I love and appreciate you guys so much, and thank you if you've listened to me ramble for the past 10 minutes about this, but it means a lot that I can come on here and be my vulnerable, real, honest self, because it's not always easy opening up about these topics to people on the internet, but you guys are always so welcoming and encouraging that I feel comfortable just kind of being myself and opening up about things that may not be so bright and cheery like I usually try to keep it. There will be many more vlogs to come. I have been in and out of the classroom and experiencing so many wonderful grade levels, so many wonderful schools, and I cannot wait to continue to share that journey with you and all that is to come this next year. I cannot believe it is already almost 2023. That is so crazy. It's just a couple weeks away, but there is so much to come. I know this next year is going to be so wonderful and just a new chapter for me in general, and I can't wait to take you guys along with me. So thank you if you have stuck around and encouraged and followed and loved me through it all. I love you guys right back, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.